I'm Teisha Bader with Shalom TV's News Update. Over the past few weeks, we've been keeping you abreast of attempts being made to honor the memory of the Munich 11, the 11 Israeli athletes murdered at the 1972 Munich Olympic Games by Black September Palestinian terrorists. Well, in the most recent developments, the U.S. Senate unanimously passed a resolution Monday night urging the International Olympic Committee to observe a moment of silence at the upcoming London Games. The resolution, which was co-sponsored by New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand and Florida Senator Marco Rubio, was applauded by the Jewish Federations of North America, whose Vice President for Public Policy and Director of the Washington office, William Daroff, said, "As we approach the 40-year anniversary of this massacre, we hope everyone, especially members of the IOC, will embrace that Olympic spirit and come together to honor the memory of the slain Israeli athletes and coaches." Australian lawmakers also passed a unanimous motion today for the moment of silence, and the German Bundestag, which is the lower house of the German government, said today that it is on board as well. Many American Jews were pleased to see Israel take a step forward toward Jewish pluralism when Israel's Supreme Court ruled last month that non-Orthodox rabbis should receive government salaries like their Orthodox counterparts. Of course, this ruling has angered many in the ultra-Orthodox community, and more than 100 Orthodox leaders and right-wing Knesset members met on Tuesday in the Chief Rabbinate building in Israel in protest of the High Court's ruling. As we reported last week, Israel's Chief Rabbi Shlomo Amar called for a protest in what he called a battle over the soul of Israel. In contrast, 50 Reform and conservative rabbis protested as well outside of the building where the meeting was taking place. But religious turmoil is not limited to Israel these days, as words have been exchanged between Catholic and Jewish leaders in the U.S. over the issue of religious freedom and contraception coverage under Obamacare. Rabbi Arthur Waskow, founder of the Shalom Center in Philadelphia, wrote a column earlier this month for the Huffington Post stating that the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops and the Vatican were attacking the religious freedom of millions of American women when the church claimed that insurance coverage for contraception violates the principle of religious freedom. In response, the chief of the Catholic League, Bill Donahue, charged that Waskow was attacking his religion and said, "Ed Koch, my friend, once said that Jews had better not make enemies of their Catholic friends since they have so few of them. Think about that the next time you feel compelled to attack my religion." Rabbi David Saperstein, director of the Religious Action Center of Reform Judaism in Washington, has now weighed in, saying that the remarks made by Donahue could come across as a threat to American Jews who differ with the church. Former New York City Mayor Koch said that Donahue had misconstrued his remarks and that he did not believe that anyone should be threatened or for making critical comments, and certainly should not use his name when doing so, saying that Donahue's comments were inappropriate. It will be interesting to see where the story goes. Several Jewish organizations expressed concern over the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling regarding Arizona's immigration law, saying they fear it will lead to racial profiling. The ruling repealed 3 parts of the law but upheld the 4th, which allows law enforcement to check the immigration status of people they detain. The Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society, as well as the Anti-Defamation League and the Religious Action Center of Reform Judaism, all welcomed the court's repealing of the 3 parts, but also expressed their worry that the upheld ruling could create fear and prevent immigrants from cooperating with police. ADL National Chairman Robert G. Sugarman and National Director Abraham Foxman issued a statement that even though the Arizona Attorney General has said that local police will not engage in racial profiling, giving local police the responsibility of checking immigration status will undermine the essential trust between residents and law enforcement, leaving local police in an untenable position and continue to create barriers to effective protection of minority communities. And that's Shalom TV's News Update. I'm Teisha Bader.